Hello, hi, welcome to the TshisaPod. I am Joy Mpande, the green journalist, and as usual, I'm not alone. I'm joined by
Tango Ndwasa, the digital lifestyle editor.
Period.
Still aligned there.
Yes, we're back. Imagine.
Back in action.
Our 2026 is starting in February. Period. So if you're new over here, then you should know that every Friday we catch up on the latest entertainment news. But if you're a regular, that means you already know what time it is.
Yes.
We start off the background of New Music Friday. So we start off with some music news.
Yes.
And the question is always who's on your radar?
Ooh, on my side, I believe sort of yacht music. I know I'm late to the trend and it's kind of coming back. It's all these like really cool mixes of like nostalgic 90s sounds and like the disco stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been getting obsessed with like the DJs mixing those.
Okay.
That's been my soundtrack for December and January.
Okay.
How's it going on your side?
I'm always trying to see who's the next. So I'm like, I don't know if it's my algorithms. It might be that too, because it notices what I like. But I think it's not at the same time. So on my
you always
radar,
know the good ones.
True. And I'm like, how do I always know this? You must listen to me. I say really good things. So who's on my radar is Bushle G. So it's like spelled Bushle, but without except it has an S in front of the H. So it's Bushle G, who I think is amazing. And weirdly, he's been touring England and the UK and all these amazing places without, having the traditional and typical commercialization or marketing of his brand. So I'm just... And funny enough, he has like sold out or pre-orders. It's like 10,000 people that are already trying to go and attend his shows in South Africa. Like he goes to Pretoria, he goes to Johannesburg. He's been doing his thing, and I'm just like, why am I new to this? So,
but we always have such great indie artists in South Africa. I think I'm glad that people are starting to notice someone like him as well coming up now. It's been a while since we had like a nice person, like a really good, talented person touring the world representing us.
Yeah. But I think he'll get that recognition as soon as we see him winning a Grammy. Then we're going to be like, oh, yes, of course.
We knew.
We've always... I knew it first. But that's him. I also have Vumala on my radar. Mostly because his TikTok challenge went viral and a lot of people jumped on. I think even Zingumala at some point even tried to like have a hand in that. But I think I like what he did with his recent single is to put on other rising stars that were part of the challenge. And obviously they did sound amazing, and we will also pay attention to their brands as well. Sorry, I can't name them. But he's on my radar. He's also still growing and still going to make more loud noise in this space. And I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yes.
But there's been more. Of course, 2026 has kicked off with our South African stars, putting, these drops and releases every Friday, every other day. And there's a couple of them. So let's go through them.
Yes.
I think first is Tuli P, who is Tuli Pongolo. She's an actress. She has not dropped being an actor, I guess. And she's still a DJ. She's went into that space. So we attended her launch, right? Let me start actually from scratch. She has an EP that's out. It's called Havana. And it's pretty much her saying that I have some music out, have a listen. Did she produce the music? But she did. She emphasizes that, she was very much involved in the process. And I guess that looks, different nowadays.
I'll give it it's that's enough for me. I enjoy her when she's doing live sets. So for me, it's enough with Tuli P. I think that's okay. I'm very happy. I love her music career.
Wow.
I enjoyed her acting as well. I think I'm low key a fan, I guess. But
wow.
I really enjoy what she does.
It's okay to be a fan.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I think she's a great actress. I don't know if I have an opinion enough to say whether she's an amazing DJ or not. Obviously, I have been aware of how it's been reciprocated. We know that infamous moment at Big Brother where she kind of fumbled, or people thought she did. And that obviously was just how people critiqued her as a DJ. So we went to the launch, okay? First, this is how it went. Okay, so we obviously spoke about the significance of actually launching it right now. What I wanted to know is I think your music career has been the most scrutinized. I remember when there was Big Brother and you were like there on the DJ and Twitter went. Tell me about just your journey in music and how you would actually describe your transition from the acting space and into the music.
The scrutiny of my career, I think, is what made me take it serious, because now there was no room for me to continue to make mistakes and still have the opportunity to pave my way into the industry, into the music industry specifically. So for me, as I said when I explained, the lows of it built me up for the highs of it. You know, for me, even sometimes when I DJ now and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so confident, I know what I'm doing. Took me far to get where I am. Took me a lot to get to where I am. So had I not probably had the scrutiny, I was not going to take it as serious and invest so much time and put in so much effort. So for me, it was a learning curve more than anything.
Love it. I'm not going to ask all the questions as usually I'm going to ask because we don't have too much time, of course. But you mentioned, I'm going to bank off a lot of the things that you said prior, which is just the scrutiny from the media as well. I think you're more of a private person than anything in terms of that aspect of things. But tell me, just expand on that thought and how you really feel like the media has not really supported your career.
I think the media just goes with what sells and what works with the audience and what gets engagement. So I'm not too much tied emotionally to it. And I think for me, having a supportive system that is tied to my truth and know who I am kind of allows me to step out that noise and work towards what's important. So there are a lot of things that have been written about me, most of them not true, but I don't think it's my platform to debate that. You know what I mean? My role is to continue to do what I do. Yeah.
The music is obviously the focus. The people that are here, especially your family, are here to support you, but you also have reason. You have Hori, who's also here, which is obviously part of the controversial headline. Tell me about how those two people, specifically because I know their contribution, how they contributed in your music career, just for the record.
Well, Hori was not part of the music making or direction or anything. Reason and Sean actually were the ones that kind of set me up as Havana and were able to kind of make everything work in terms of the artists that I wanted to work with, the kind of sound that I want. So I worked close with them with Havana and just my music journey. And yeah, that's it.
5 tracks only. What other tracks are? When are the rest of the? Which ones did not make the album or the EP?
Lobola didn't make the album. Horizon, which is like so suitable to us, hot and new right now. Yeah, there's just so much, but those two stand out because we had to fight to take them out of the ether. So yeah.
I really know that this is my last question. I know you fought very hard with this rollout, and I know there's definitely more. And I know you're very an aesthetics girl. Tell me what's next to obviously those 6 months.
So we've only rolled out 3 songs. There's 2 more songs that we need to roll out, and after that, obviously, more visuals, more interactive stuff. So at venues, things like that. We've got plans for basically to experience some of that. Yeah.
Congratulations again. Thank you so much for your time.
But for me, the atmosphere, I need to describe it. I felt like it didn't feel like nobody was happy for her. I don't know why.
I should have been there.
I've been to a lot of launches all my life. I'm even tired.
Yeah.
So I know how they're supposed to go. It was very awkward of a space. And I think it's because you've never really involved the media ever, I feel, in your career.
She has her opinions on media.
Exactly. And I'm going to get to that opinion.
Yeah.
And then okay, we're here, right? And you've been ignoring us in the calls when we were worried about you, right?
Mm.
Okay, it doesn't seem like we're worried about you, right? It seems like you're trying to break a story and be the first to say whether or not you were allegedly abused.
Mm.
But then you invite the media to come and witness this amazing moment, and we love that. It was your birthday. It was supposed to be beautiful. Okay, first of all, I need to say something before this. Then they play the 5 songs. Is that okay? After she just plays and gives us a little bit of a listen, we switch to hip hop, and that moment does not matter anymore. Strange. Are we done? Are we not still? Play the album again. Let's hear it again. Run it up. You know.
Look, she's also as much to blame here. There's an importance to event curation. You can't just have us in a space, create. We're gonna enjoy your music or celebrate your music, and then there's something else after or before to kind of keep that flow and momentum going. It's very important to curate what you're doing with excellence.
Sure. So I think the curation and the experience of that, I question it. But the biggest thing that stood out for me is in her
speaking and answering questions in the middle, she spoke about how she's felt abused by the media. And I was immediately like, what? First of all, you brought your alleged perpetrator in the room, and it's now immediately awkward for me. As somebody who obviously can understand GBV and probably, okay, that's nobody's business. But the fact that you even brought this supposed perpetrator in the room is already making it awkward also. Agehane, you guys are back together, but you don't want us to ask questions about that. You're making it awkward for us.
Yeah.
And I don't think the media has slandered her. I asked her what the hell she means. I still don't understand fully what she means. She's been abused by the media.
What was her response to that?
Can't even remember the response. I'm thinking we've played it by now because there's a clip of it. Can't remember. But it just didn't land for me. I don't understand how she feels like she's been abused by the media. I think, yeah, I don't understand
It
that.
can be a trend where we see people think that, oh, okay, the media's out to get me, the media's out to get me, the news is out there.
No, it is not.
I think everyone should give her space, though, look, her and Maphorisa did set out of court, and whatever decisions that they made them by themselves. And that's fine. And if anything does come from it again, then we take it seriously. But for now, they have reached their agreement. But I do feel, yeah, it is upsetting that we create this trend where the media is bad and they're...
No.
I don't think anyone's doing that.
No, in fact, the media has tried to give you a platform for you to
Yeah.
actually explain yourself even better.
Multiple times on
different things. So I don't think you can say you're being abused by the media. The media is obviously supposed to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
If we don't speak about your issues, then it's like, oh, but why are you guys speaking about other people's issues and da-da-da, whatever. We'll get over that. But anyway, of course, there's another trending video of her again alongside her man, supposedly. And you know what? Love your life, girl. We'll move on from that. Other people have dropped. Lady Zamar seemingly has kind of like changed genres. It's kind of giving Afrobeatsy.
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I liked this new sound for her. I wasn't really into the first one. It has such a timestamp for the time that it was made. Very 2010 sound to me. With this, there's a different expectation for what she should do with her voice, with language, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay. That's that.
You're not feeling it.
It will grow in me. I mean, I don't have to. Listen. Okay. I'm still listening to like SZA and Doechii and Kendrick. But hey, shout out to
So you want the soft...
No, I'm kidding.
Zamar.
My favorite artist right now locally is obviously Java. Not obviously.
Oh.
And I hate to say that after that. But he also just dropped on the same day, funny enough. And
do you think that was choreographed?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think that's good PR to think of it that way. No, I don't think that's. But I think just his album. I think I enjoyed the live version a little bit more. This one obviously just is more holistic. Nkanyezi, it's amazing, and the features are incredible. I would have never imagined a Jessie Clegg and a Java together, but why? I mean, Java can actually, I think, collaborate with anyone at this point. And I like the collaborations from Saki to Thandiswa. He has a Tsonga song there, which is like so unpredictable. But of course, we've obviously heard that from the first live album. So yeah, shout out to him. He's who I'm listening to for real. Like when I'm like, apart from Mama Bian and everybody else, because that's what I listen to when I'm like jamming and everything. But yeah, Nkanyezi is an album that's definitely on high rotation in my abode. Right? But on the global front, yay, we just came from like an amazing...
The Grammys.
The Grammys.
The Seraphins took over.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I love that. Yes. What's your overall take on just the Grammys?
Ooh, I'm not always a fan of the big award shows anymore. Specifically the Emmys, the Grammys, the Oscars. I'm fine with the Tonys because they know how to do stuff.
Oh, okay.
But this was a nice return to form. It felt like a proper show. I watched a bit of it, unlike usual, where I'm just like, red carpet, okay, I'm good. But a really fun show, fun performances. Even the preceding events were really strong. Trevor, pity that it's his last one. I hope they bring him back maybe 10 years later.
Okay.
Like they did with Whoopi all the time. So,
okay.
Crossing fingers, I really enjoyed him.
Yeah. I think, I absolutely enjoyed Trevor. I think the fact that he wanted to leave us with bangers and bangers and bangers. It's like, where you going? Don't leave. We like them. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm definitely on. I'm on that tip with him. I really wonder what's going to happen to his career next. Like, where is he really going? I mean, of course, we've been seeing him podcasting more than anything, but I want to know a little bit more. He did obviously step into film a bit with Anile at some point, but I want to see a little bit more.
I'm scared for him because Trump is one
I
to
wanted
be
to get into
petty.
that. Yes.
He's very slow about it. We saw it with Don Lemon as well. If a friend of Trump is bothered, Trump's got an eye on you. So I'm a little bit worried about where that's going to go for him now that he kind of poked the bear.
Sure.
Every single person here, John Legend, Billie Eilish, Phineas, Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nicki, I have the biggest I have it. Everybody's saying it, Nicki. I know they say it's you, but it's me. Wop, wop, wop. Look at it. Look at it, baby.
I don't think he really went in on
It's
him.
Trump.
It's Trump. He's petty. Fine.
Just the smallest thing is enough.
I like the digs at Nicki, and I don't understand how Nicki has now made a huge defaming allegation against him. And that now started a whole thing on X, and I was wondering, do we write about this? Where people say, we found the boyfriend. So now that has kind of just fueled rumors that are obviously
unfair.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's that on the Grammys. But also not forgetting Tyla. This is her second Grammy. Well deserved. I get how she was not on time to receive it. Sort of. Okay.
It happens. It happens. Award shows, you're busy, you're this.
And it was the premiere of the Grammys where that was announced, not the actual one that we saw or that people watch with the Trevor Noah one. So I think it's like, it's okay for you to take that time and do red carpet. I mean, okay, who's this? Kalani was there to receive her, so I felt like you were supposed to be there because if she can do it, you can do it. But come on, she was having a good time and people obviously wanted to speak to her. She was just doing interviews. And that's that on that. But it still made me want to think about just award shows and award ceremonies in general. Even though you say that, the Tonys are a real standard. For
me personally.
For you personally.
Because absolutely. Of the process behind it and how they do everything, that's my favorite.
Yeah. But it still made me think like, we still have a long way to go, South. Are you kidding me? Just fresh from the summers, please, guys. SAFTAs, you are next, and now you got to do something.
Yeah. I mean, we have to, I think, rethink how awards work here, particularly with the summers and your metros and anything else. What are you doing for that artist other than giving them a trophy? I don't think that's what the industry needs right now. I don't need a trophy that says, hey, I was amazing at this category. I think we need to reconsider how you're going to help this person with their next piece of work, album, or their next production. It can't just be gongs and good to go.
Okay. I guess, yes. Yeah, that's a lot of work. And I don't think we have the time as South Africans and these people. They don't have the effort. They don't have the passion anymore. I feel like it's obviously very much lost. And yes, we have that conversation about, do people buy Grammys and da-da-da. And so I wanted to insert a clip from the CEO of the Grammys to just, have a listen to what he had to say regarding just, the Grammys and the process if you in case want to win one.
First, you have to understand that the only way to win is to have the membership of the Academy vote for you. In order to be a member of the Academy, you have to be a professional working in music in the United States. For now, the United States. Hopefully we grow that. Right now, if you're a working professional in the United States, you can become a member of the Recording Academy. Once you're a member of the Recording Academy, all the music gets submitted, the members listen to it, and they evaluate it on the quality of the art. Not the sales, not the streams, not how many fans, not how many followers, but purely on the opinion. And it's very hard, as you all know, because it's subjective. There's no best song or best record. It's just the opinion of the membership in that particular year. That's how you win a Grammy. That's it. The voters vote. There's no committees. There's no journalists. There's no labels. It's music professionals voting for their peers, period.
Okay,
We
so
can't.
I'm not a fan of the Grammy process. They like to make this lie that,
Okay.
oh, we look at the quality, not the quantity, but you do get Grammy darlings like Taylor Swift, who will always win the award. And now that she's gotten so much flack, we're not going to see a lick of it this year, or we didn't see a lick of it this year,
Mm.
because it would look odd that this person you've said is a great writer isn't nominated this year,
True.
because people have been saying, hey, there's an issue with this girl's music that you have been neglecting, but you call it top quality.
Okay.
So they like to play like they have top quality and they don't.
Well, that is still debatable. I mean, my alternative arts is still one. You know, the
Which is,
fake.
I'm so glad that they get opportunities, but at the same time, I feel like the Grammys do care about who is popular, who is going to get
They
us
definitely do. I mean, you
eyeballs.
cannot
Yeah.
not care.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fact that they still leave room for the other artists,
Yeah.
we'll say that. I think that's it kind of makes it a bit big.
Voters have admitted that they've been in category votes where they're like, I don't really qualify for this, but hey, I'm going to vote anyway.
Yeah. But he cracked the code. Master your music. Make it quality.
Who is this?
Voter.
Oh.
As to like how to win a Grammy.
Mm.
I feel like essentially just make your
art,
listenable.
Mm.
I am such a fan of Focalistic and Bobby Cooper, and my biggest frustration is how their music is just not mastered. And I have to raise the volume high to hear the songs because I don't know what happens actually. I equate that to your music not being mastered. I don't know if it's more than that. Somebody correct me in the comments, but yeah, fix that. I don't know if it happens when I'm a piano and the rest of the bubblegum type of music, but anyway. Cool, we'll get out of that. But of course, the big question, the big conversation in the music space has been AI.
Yes.
AI, of course, has been seeming to be like a threat for a lot of people, not just in the music industry. And now, after the controversial former podcaster, Ria Khobane, put out a song called Suka. It got millions of streams. And it just made people question, what? He used AI? How? And what that means for the future of music. Everybody now can essentially be an artist if you use Suno. Suno is the platform, in case you want to just give us another hit.
Double mix.
There's Uno and Udio. It's Udio. Yeah. So what's your take on those platforms when they exist?
I'm not going to call you an artist if you made AI music. You're a generator.
You're a programmer.
Sound.
Which is okay.
You programmed a sound, and I guess good for you if you're happy. But
right.
Yeah, it makes me sad because we're going to get to a point where, we could get to a point where music isn't going to sound good. It's just going to be this flat thing that's not well produced. It's just, let's get it out there because it's out there.
I think AI can produce. I think it's just regurgitated and recycled type of music because essentially it's taking from everything else that's been out. And
it's also a big problem with AI.
I think so that made me approach a couple of artists and ask them how they've used AI. And of course, even at the Grammys, that was a big conversation. How AI is taking over. They have workshops prior to the actual Grammys, or I think it's during the day or something like that. And they were talking about just AI and the effects of it and whether it's even if it even poses as a threat. And so I liked Will.i.am. Will.i.am is obviously futuristic AF. Love him. And he's like, but I do use AI as well. Who else has admitted to using AI? Who's this rapper who's dating the Princess of Dubai? French Montana has admitted to using AI. Locally, I wanted our actual artists to admit to using AI. Osmic, the founder of Back to the City, he's mentioned that I remember there was a workshop 2 years ago or a year ago. He mentioned that he was making albums in just a minute using AI. And I was like, okay, no. But then when you say it that way, I'm thinking you're just telling AI what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now he currently sits at 6 albums that are obviously not commercialized. But he says that in his making of these albums, there's a refining process that he does, and it's not just like him
Sure.
telling the computer what to do. We'll never know.
Mm.
I obviously spoke to other artists. I don't know why this article's not out, so I don't know how much of it I can say. But there's a particular thing that's not in the article which we can discuss.
Give us the tea.
The tea. I hope I don't get into trouble for this. This is not out anyway. So I can try and say something small about that. So I asked producer, creative genius, JR, whether he's used AI. And he says, yeah, I've used AI. In what way, I asked? And I asked him because I knew something. There's a conversation that I was not supposed to hear that I heard that but it was actually a good way of using AI. So there's a particular international artist. Okay, we can say that without saying the stuff and not getting us trouble. So there's a particular international artist who he wanted to kind of pitch a song to.
Mm-hmm.
You'll come out and say the real story, right? So and he's an R&B artist. And so he wrote the song, he did the work. But in the final process, he made somebody, let's say if I say, Tango, please just sing the song for me in this way. And then I use AI to just change your voice and just make it sound like this R&B artist so that he can understand what he's going to sound like, which is going to be amazing when I present it to him. I think that's a good way of using AI. There's nothing wrong with that. It sounds like you did the work and you just needed... I mean, you can't sound like Usher if
So it was Usher.
No. And so, yeah. So yeah, I think the conversation for me, I think AI is not a bad tool to use as a musician, as long as you do the work.
It's how
you use it. And that's what I've found. And if will.i.am is using AI, child, you better use it too. It's will.i.am. He's right for me in my books. All right, we'll move on from the music front of things, of course, into what's been really making headlines. Yes. That's one. The reality TV world is obviously shook right now with Nonku Williams and Beverley Steyn. It obviously started on reality TV, where we saw the Joku duo just basically almost fall apart.
Yeah.
And the apparent reason behind that was because there was another a third party that just, entered the chat. And they posed on social media. They did everything for us. It looked like the next, Nonk Bev. Okay, we can't do that. Basically, it just looked like the next best thing. Joe Bev. Okay, but okay. It was that. But then, Jiggy Beverley decides, no, guys, I'm done posing for y'all. There's something y'all don't know. She's doing her makeup tutorial and she's like, let me give you the tea. This is what she has to say.
I'm creating a narrative to protect your image when people ask me what's going on between the two of us. I can tell you one thing, whatever happens in the dark comes to light, and I'm done. I'm done with allowing you to betray me. I'm done with allowing you to use me, and I'm done with covering up your shame. I'm also done with allowing you to behave like the victim in all of this. And I'm done creating a narrative to protect your image when people ask me what's going on between the two of us. Like, I'm just done.
All right, so that's what she had to say. And instead of Nonku responding, she decided to parade on social media as well, as usual, parade her relationship and look like she's, Nonku International.
Living the life.
Yeah, living the life. And it made us question a lot of things. Of course, it's money eventually that we found that is the reason behind the fallout. I wouldn't tell anybody that I have 2 million. I might have 2 million. I won't tell anybody. I'll act broke. And so...
I mean, Nonku falls into this trap easily because it's like you showcase your life a certain way. I will always remember Silly being very honest with us in the previous seasons where she said, hey, listen, I'm financially overstretched. I cannot commit to this. And I feel like Nonku's the kind of person who needs a kind of counseling where it's like, listen, girl, don't commit to this and this and that.
Sure.
I'm glad that maybe this is what was in the letter we never saw in the season finale. of the show where she had to
Yes.
gobble it up.
Yes.
But for me, it's like, just don't do it, girl. Because now you're owing friends monies. They're frustrated. They're taking it out to the public. It's dirty laundry we don't need to see.
Okay. I think it's easily said than done at the same time. Just playing devil's advocate at the same time. Being a celebrity is flippin' tough, let alone even in South Africa. Nonku se texting lerona. Like, can you imagine any?
Yeah.
You know? And it's obviously also tough to just get off the reality of it. But actually, as you mentioned, Slee was able to do it. We should have been able to do it. And you kind of bullied her when she was in that situation. Tables turn, bridges burn. We live and learn. Yeah, but she's since broken her silence. Did you read her statement?
I did.
What is your take? Okay, let me quickly read. Okay, if I summarize it, essentially she's saying that Beverley should have never gone public with this. In the way that she did it, yes. Like, you're not my friend. That means, was I not answering your calls? Like, what was happening? You said in a way that you should spill some tea and you were betrayed, and as if this betrayal was beyond the money as well. You're tired of people asking you about your relationship.
No one asked.
No one asked? You could have kept it. Anyway, Nonku says that she's hurt because this has hurt not just her, and it's not about her image. It's about her children and the fact that she's a single mother, and the pressure that she has to provide the best for her kids is what led her to be in this situation. Do you think it's like a justifiable
Do you know what I say when she said that? I was like, is Roberto Cavalli going to feed those kids? Because we know what happened on the show with Roberto Cavalli. And I'm like...
And I don't think she even bought it to begin with, by the way.
I think she bought to return, which we know is a trick that a lot of celebrities do. You buy the item, you take it back the next day, make sure it's in tip-top shape.
Or maybe Roberto can... Okay. No. Okay.
No. So I
But I'm thinking you can... Some stores as a celebrity can endorse you, can dress you. I would get, if I was you...
Yeah.
The entire season of me being on Real Housewives, I would definitely get somebody... Tebe Magugu must dress me. I would not be wearing Shein.
I loved Rosie Mutene in her book once shared that, she was in Generations at the time.
Yeah.
She used to get around. So she was like, listen, I've got the following, I've got the fame, so let me use it. Went to a car dealership, said, hey, listen, can I drive your car for 2 years? That's how it's done. It's okay. We know that there is a glitz and a glamour expected of you.
Yeah.
Choose it if you want to, but then if you don't, then don't do it.
Sure.
So for me, again, I'm sorry, you're a single mom struggling, borrowing money from your friends. Why did you buy Roberto Cavalli? Why are you doing all of this stuff? Come on.
So, yeah, Beverley Steyn says she accepts the apology, and we were still waiting for part 2, Beverley. I think she actually just apologized now, so I just want to quickly pull it up and not apologize. She just accepted the apology, but I think there's more to it. So she says, after the agreement, this is what transpired. So at the beginning, Beverley, of course, said, Nonku owes me money. Nonku says, but my family. And then this is what she's breaking it down as to what really happened. She says this is what transpired, but she says expired. Oh, no, that's not what she's saying. After the agreement expired, here's what happened. 1, you acknowledge the debt, but refuse to give me a payback date. So even though we understand the business is how the business industry works, at least tell me maybe after 2 months, Chobi.
Yeah.
So, okay, you promised that if your money was late, you would start selling your Cartier bracelets, Gucci bags, etc. to show your commitment towards resolving the issue, which you can do.
You can.
I would sell those things.
Big marketing time for resale.
Okay, which she apparently did not do. It hurt me that you then told me we should put our friendship on hold until all the money has been paid back. Yeah, that does hurt. That means it's not a real friendship. You then ghosted me, and I was in tears when I found out you borrowed from others, then ghosted them. After 6 months, I privately sent legal correspondence you ignored. If I had not gone public, would you have ever ignored me and my legal team? I went to socials as a last resort. Justifiable.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's really what transpired.
We need to see receipts at this point.
At this point, I want to see the agreement and the actual amount.
Yeah.
Because I know there was a 2 million that she said no to, but what's the actual significant and hefty amount that was supposed to be given? Beverley, I'm still waiting for you to answer mine. text. And you, Nonku, as well, because you've been ducking and diving. Okay. We'll move on from that and something a bit more touchy-feely, I guess. Actor Joe Kazadi has opened up about his mental health and the unique challenges of being a foreigner in South Africa. And in the South African industry, apparently he also experiences a bit of bullying even on sets just for being Congolese. And this is because this is coming off the back of somebody posting or commenting on one of his posts to say, when are you going home? And he's like, enough is enough. You guys are actually really breaking me down.
Yeah.
And I've tried to walk away from the limelight so that I don't experience this. Even on sets, to experience that,
It's a bit much. It's a bit.
I was like, guys, get 2026, and I know you guys are still some people out there still xenophobic. Don't know why you exist. But what's your take on that?
Look, it has touched people a lot. I think I understand why some people are carrying that xenophobic energy towards others, particularly about workspaces and whatnot. But at the same time, grow up. Come on. Like, this is an art space. This is a creative space. Joe is more than legal. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, I mean, he came here as a young boy and it was
Yeah.
not up to him. It was not his fault.
He's stolen nothing from anyone. He's earned his way. So I think it's unfair to keep kind of carrying this cloud over people who are doing amazing things. Like, there are worse things to worry about. I think this is not the one. If you're going to spend your energy on something, this isn't it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're going lower and lower in energy. Sorry. But we gotta, of course, send our prayers to some families, that being Ukhozi FM's Ndidi, who tragically passed away. Of course, leaving a void. I mean, he was quite a very impactful voice in terms of Ukhozi FM. He's been there for quite some time. Rapper Bravo LaRue is also quite a big one, more specifically because, he passed away in Switzerland. I almost said something else. I wanted to be sensitive as possible. Sorry. He passed away in Switzerland and needs to be repatriated back to South Africa. His memorial is going to be for the public, so it's going to take place there by the OR Tambo in... Yeah. So, yeah, RIP to them. Of course, some of this has... with Bravo, it's kind of ignited a different conversation, the same we've had for artists in our industry who have unalived themselves. And I don't want to get into that in that direction at all. I don't want to, touch on that. But RIP and love and light to their family. Essentially, I think that's that. I don't even want to talk about Table Touch because we've also run out of time, but go on our...
Jump on the side, mama.
Jump on the side, man. There's some tea. Especially if you've subscribed, because you actually get to read the actual article. What am I talking about? Go read about it. I want to get into my favorite segment of the show. What are you watching?
I'm currently binging the soapy Inimba. I'm a little late to the party.
Hey, welcome to it.
So shout out to all the fans who watch. Because, wow. It's really good. And great acting. I'm going to give shout outs to everyone involved. Amazing direction. Great costume. I spoke to the costume director as well.
Yeah.
And how they focus on each character, particularly those who keep growing their style. I mean, it's from the space of a year.
Yeah.
And they've done so much already. So kudos to that production.
Okay, what have I been watching? I've been watching... I'm watching with somebody now, so kind of just makes my life different. I'm not watching these things alone. But I'm really enjoying everything I'm watching, by the way. But I have more to look for, and more that I'm looking forward to watching than anything. Abbott Elementary is back, so I'm definitely watching that. I know I'm supposed to be speaking about local. Bear with me, I'm coming. I'm watching Abbott Elementary because I was waiting for the new season to come. And what else? There's something I'm really watching locally and really obsessed with. I just can't remember it for the life of me right now. Anyway, I'll get into what I was trying to tell you what to watch. So there's, of course, the new era, I guess, on SABC that's starting on the 9th of February. What's today's date? And the show is called, I guess, Pimville, a brand new flagship telenovela set in Soweto that's taking place, or it's taking over the 9 p.m. slot. So go ahead and check that out. They have Gail Mabalani, Thapelo Mokoena, Lillian Dube, and so many others that are on that show that are obviously quite amazing. You know, Gail. What's her? Is it Unseen? Seen? What's that Netflix show of hers where she's just the superstar that she is? Yeah. So you know how she does it. Even Tapelo himself and Lillian Dube, come on. The cast is amazing, so go ahead and check that out. On the 16th of February, I'm looking forward to seeing something on Netflix. I have my notification on.
Okay.
I used to watch America's Next Top Model like crazy at home. We were allowed to watch that at home. Growing up, actually, we were not allowed. Did I tell you that? We were not allowed to watch like these generations and all these soapies. Yeah.
And that was worse.
Yeah, exactly. But I get it looks like it's just not.
It's just models fashion.
Yeah, but hey, we obviously. I mean, it's not like my dad watched it with us. It was like, okay, you guys are not watching anything. But if you really sat down and watched, you'd actually see how hectic it was. And of course, it's been a controversial show, and Tyra has been accused of a lot of things by those models that were part of the show, and the stuff that they've experienced. And I can't wait for all the truth to be laid bare for us, especially because now she's speaking. Even Jay is part of, everybody's on it.
So here's the thing. They've all spoken, funny enough, on different podcasts. Jay had a podcast where he had a book about her and how he hated working with her. And there's even this guy called Twixt. I think he did a YouTube series where he spoke to just about 90% of the cast from all the seasons, and Tyra as well. So I'm like, we won't hear anything new, but it's nice to see it in documentary form because I think it gets into the details of what actually went down. Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me, there's nothing. If you've watched,
I'm excited for no reason.
The different podcasts, it's. I think it will condense down the information if you don't want to go watch every single person's podcast involved within production and the guy who actually spoke to the cast members as well.
I'm expecting unreleased footage.
That's always been accessible. Trust the fans who know.
God. You suck.
For people who have injuries to this day from the show, frostbite that has still affected them. It'll now come into a condensed form. I think it's going to help you understand from a quicker format. I think it's one to watch.
Okay, I can't wait to watch it. Okay, and I won't be watching it alone. I can say. All right. Another thing, of course, there's Big Brother Mzansi Bazozwa that's on. Let us know who your favorite. I'm gonna call them characters. They're really acting for us. We know that you wouldn't be like that in real life. In the show in the competition. Mine is out, so I don't have a fave yet.
I have to find one. I'm not a Big Brother fan, but I love that it exists. I've never seen Africans love something like they love Big Brother.
Yeah, it also is like, But go ahead and watch and let us know who your fave is there. Something to look forward to, Bonko Khoza doing his amazing work as per usual. He is in a couple of shows that are set to play out even this year. But because we spoke to him earlier on this year about just what his 2016 is looking like, he has a production company by the name of South Law Productions, and in which he's hoping to do more work in that sphere of things. So look out for that. And also, I like the fact that he's going even beyond being an actor, beyond having an own production company and being a director and all of that. He wants to make an impact for the young people that are coming up. He's trying to pull as you go up.
Uplift.
Trying to thing. That's that on that. That's what we're watching. For now, let us know what you're watching. We obviously do want to know, but I guess that's been it.
Yay.
For this edition of the TshisaPod.
The
return. We'll bring more hits next week. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we do have other podcasts as well beyond the TshisaPod. There's Sunday Times Politics Weekly, Gogo, Have I Been Scammed, and so much more. They are podcast and vlogcast. So go ahead and check them out. I have been your host with the most, Joy Mpande. I always forget, I must say my surname. Joy Mpande, the Green Journalist.
And Tangwan Dwasa, your digital lifestyle editor.
That's it for now. Bye.